Alright, welcome guys. We're going to be doing another quick look today of a game that I've been personally addicted to recently, which is Subnautica. I've been playing this quite a bit ever since I watched a Let's Play by Mr. Odd. He was doing a blind Let's Play, fell in love with the game, so I decided to go ahead and give you guys a quick look, possibly make this one into a series. So real quick, right off the bat, when you select a new game, we have an option of survival, freedom, hardcore, or creative. Creative, you just build. Hardcore, you die once. Freedom is pretty much the same as survival, unless you don't have to worry about your food or water intake. We're going to go ahead and actually do this one on freedom. I've been playing on survival, but just to show around, I think this is the best option. Alright guys, and here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and try to explain everything. We're playing on the Xbox One game preview version, so the graphics aren't quite as good as the PC, but enjoyable nonetheless.
Attention. Hull failure imminent. All personnel abandon ship. Launch in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Alright guys, so that's how we start. Let our PDA load up here.
You have suffered minor head trauma. This is considered an optimal outcome.
Optimal outcome.
This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the databank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
Alright guys, so this is our PDA here. Right off the bat, just gonna go through the screens. We have our inventory and equipment. We have all of our available blueprints of things we can build, which is quite extensive right off the bat. I can tell you from some hours of play, it's just barely the surface. Location markers, those will come important later as we discover new things. Screenshots, we have our kind of quest directives, and then we have our data bank, which is kind of information on everything we need to know. Got our quick slots here at the bottom. All we got's a fire extinguisher at the moment. Looks like we can grab a med kit. This is busted. Looks like we need to use a repair tool to repair it. A fabricator, which is for our crafting. But let's go up top and see where we landed.
The Aurora suffered orbital hull failure.
So,
Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
well, that's not good. So it looks like we're the only survivor. As you can see, the whole game takes place on this giant alien ocean planet. We ejected from the shipwreck. We don't quite know why or what happened. And part of the joy of this game is just kind of getting to discover all the different pieces of what happened to that giant ship we were on. How did we end up here on this alien planet? And what's going on here? But what makes this game really unique from a survival standpoint is what we're going to jump into. Is this giant ocean that we get to explore. Now you can see on the left we have an O2 tank. We have limited oxygen. It is something that we can upgrade as we go. We're going to pick up some metal salvage here. Let's kind of explore our surroundings. There's hostile life, there's non-hostile life. And back to my point earlier, I've been addicted to this game, although it terrifies the living hell out of me. I'm one of those people that has a little fear of deep ocean water, so this really gets my blood going, but for some reason, even though I can't put it down. So we're going to use some of that metal salvage that we got. We're going to make some titanium here. It's kind of the basic building block that you find everywhere here. And right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a better O2 tank, get a little bit more breathability. So we have all kinds of different things we can build. Fire extinguishers are not only handy for putting fires out, but I found a very great way to propel yourself faster to the surface if you're running out of air. We can make some floating air pumps, some pipes, so that way we can breathe deeper. Tools here, we got things like a scanner, a repair tool, a flashlight, which is really handy at night. And then deployables like waterproof lockers and some things that we don't have ingredients for, which will help us, you know, traverse our way through this ocean world. Let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and go over here. We're going to pick up some flares. We're not needing the water because we're playing without food or water. Normally below the health in the O2 indicator, it would be indicating whether we need to eat or drink something. So these guys here are kind of, these gas pump guys, they can hurt you. I usually try to avoid them. Let's go over here, and it's already directing us to break some limestone. When we break some limestone, we get different minerals, whether it's titanium or copper, that we use to build more advanced things. If you need food, you can always swim up and grab some of these guys. That's a peeper.
Creature discovered.
Peepers are a great source of food if you're playing on survival. And then we have wildlife, acid mushrooms, which we're going to need to make some batteries, so we can make some of our first tools. We want to find a scanner. So, interesting fact I learned that you might not know if you're playing, if you click B to put away whatever tools in your hand, you'll actually swim just a little bit faster. It can be really handy if you're in a bind trying to get to the surface. Let's go ahead and swim down. Let's find a cave, see if we can find some components that we need. To start building some stuff. Now, the world is laid out by some general rules, however, it is randomly generated. There are some lengthy load times when you first boot up. Other than that, no real load times. I'm going to go ahead and, for the purpose of this, cut out the initial load before we got started at the beginning. Just because I like you guys, and I figured you just wanted to see the game. So, much like any survival game, we have different biomes. So what we're called in here is called the safe shallows. But over there, that's called a kelp forest. And really one of the homes of one of our first hostile life forms, called stalkers. They will try to eat your shit. That is a little vent pocket, a place we want to avoid a little bit. It can be a little dangerous. Just gonna keep picking up the salvage, I guess, till my inventory's full. Ooh, here we go. So what we're looking for in the caves is hopefully some other materials. But nothing, sheesh. It's a rough spot I started in here. I guess we're swimming down into the kelp forest here a bit. There's my life pod. See, that's a stalker. Long snouts, big teeth, pretty quick. They like to chew on salvage and my body.
silver-based wiring kits
There we
are an
go.
essential component of many habitat modules. Copper is an essential component of all powered equipment. Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible. 30 seconds. Life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes. Further study recommended.
Well, thanks for your vote of confidence there with our likelihood of survival. Glad to see our AI is so supportive of our journey. Ooh, quartz. Now we need to find some sulfur, which is one of the things that, first things that made me jump out of my pants, was these little things that are found near sulfur that will come swimming at you and then blow up. And there's nothing worse than hearing that sound in a cave and trying to figure out where it's coming from. There we go. It looks like the sun's about to set, and it's gonna get dark. Pretty much everything you thought about swimming in deep ocean water and pitch black night, yeah, that's pretty accurate. It can be relatively terrifying and really hard to see. So we're gonna go ahead and make our way back here. Let's see, crafting. I can make a battery, which we need. So we'll make our scanner.
Acquired.
Scanner is going to teach us all about different life forms, different materials. Now we learned how to make a high-capacity O2 tank. So let's make some glass from that quartz that we found. We're going to go ahead and unequip our existing tank and upgrade that. Oh, there we go. That's a nice boost. Let's go and make another battery. Some titanium. We'll go up and enjoy the view. Look at that moon. And that moon. 2 moons. That's probably more of a planet, really. But if you guys want to see what it's like at night, got some flares equipped here, so if we do need to see, go ahead and launch out. So I'll tell you from my personal experience while I've been playing this, I've barely scratched the surface. So there are some biomes that go as deep as over 1,000 meters. I'm kind of at a point where I'm trying to find tech to make it past 200. So I have barely scratched the surface of what is in this game. But to kind of show you, ooh, here's a wreck. Let's see if we can find some tech. So what's cool about wrecks is you can explore around these. For example, here's a counter. And if you scan it, it makes stuff that you can build in different underwater bases that you need. So you want to find these and explore. You can find new tech. You gotta check these little boxes, see if there's anything in them. So for example, here's a beacon fragment. And that'll allow us to place beacons at places that we've gone to.
Local radiation levels. Trend is consistent with damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planet fall.
But that's kind of a basic initial look, guys. What I'm going to go ahead to do is quit out of here and jump to my save and show you kind of what happens once you get a little bit further into the game. Again, by no means have I progressed anywhere to the tip of what the story holds or what you can discover or build. Alright guys, we're back. And where we're at currently is in one of my two bases I built. This is kind of one of my forward ones and a deeper one. We're at about 123 meters. Not far off to the east there is the Aurora wreck. In here I kind of got a nice little setup going. I got some lockers for storage. I have a medkit fabricator which should be full. I have my fabricator, I have a coffee machine, a vending machine, a trash can. If we go upstairs, I have what's called a bioreactor, which uses organic material to actually power the base. I just realized I need to collect some stuff to power it. Let's see, let's go and show. If we go this way, this is my scanner room. Scanner rooms, you can go ahead and tell it you want to search for specific things within the surrounding areas, as well as send out some remote cameras to go find materials. This docked here in my moon pool is a sea moth. It's one of the underwater vehicles. Right now we're going to go ahead and jump in and collect some organic material for my bioreactor.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright. Let's go ahead and stock this guy up. Now get me some more energy going. You can see you have a power rating above the depth, and that's controlled by what electronics and various other things you have. Now, the nice thing about the sea moth is that if you're running out of air, you jump back in it, you will get your air back. We're not going to take it for right now. I'm just going to use what's called my sea glide, which is a little propulsion, to head back towards my other base. Now you can see from here we're in a deeper biome. This is kind of where I have my built. There's some shipwrecks around here. I've already explored most of these and gathered a good amount of materials.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency.
Now when you're below 100 meters, you can use a rebreather to essentially have more efficient oxygen use. Once you get below 100 meters, if you don't have a rebreather, you start to lose oxygen at a higher rate. Change out the battery in this guy soon. So now here, since we're playing in survival on this one, you can see our food and water meters now below our O2 there. I'm pretty sustained at the moment. I have a good stockpile of food and water at both my bases, so there's some pop in, obviously, since this is a game preview version. And here's my other base with a moon pool, powered by some solar panels and another bioreactor.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So again, I have quite a bit of storage here since I like to stockpile materials. If we go this way, we got a bioreactor, and over here, there is my scanner room. Also, one thing that I've set up is if we head this way, I have my modification bench, which actually I've been meaning to check, see if I have any new mods. But nothing I need at the moment. And I have a nice little windowed area up here with some plants that are a great form of sustenance. So we're actually gonna eat some and fill up. We're gonna go ahead and replant this guy. So that way, I have kind of a continued source of food up here, which makes it a lot easier than having to swim out and catch fish. Let's go over here. Probably one of the handiest things to have is I have a battery recharge station. As you can see, my battery on my sea glide's getting a little low. What we're going to go ahead and go do is just for your sake to see some other cool stuff. What we're going to go ahead and do is go back down to my other base. We're going to jump in our sea moth, and we're going to go in a direction. We're going to see what is out there. Because honestly, I haven't done it because, again, it's terrifying, the things you can run into that want to eat your face off. But that's also the cool stuff. Oh, there's this really cool cave over here that I haven't really explored yet. If we go over here and take a look, you have these cool dangling things, and it goes pretty deep down. Let's stop in, we'll get some oxygen, we'll change out our battery, and we'll give it a go. But I think before that, what I'm going to do is show you guys how you build stuff. So you have what's called a habitat builder. If we add that to our quick slot, what you do is if you're down here and say you pull the right trigger and you pull up all your different, oh dang, I'm getting shot by something. All your different modules that you have, all your different stuff you can build. As you can see, I found a lot of stuff, especially cosmetic stuff like a bed. Which reminds me, I need to build, because then I can skip nighttime, which is a nice thing to be able to do. So let's see here, what do we need? Single bed should do it. We need some fiber mesh and some titanium. The problem is, I don't think I have any fiber mesh. There's titanium. We'll have to go get some fiber mesh, guys. So for that, we'll go ahead and jump in our sea moth. It's got this nice handy dandy light on it.
All systems online.
We have to go, we're gonna go to a kelp forest and find some creep vine. As you can see, I've placed a beacon. That's what that red icon is, so I can find my way back from almost anywhere. Oh, we're getting a little too close to some radiation, guys. So we're going to turn back that way where we're heading towards. I forgot is the Aurora. Now this whole area used to be irradiated. I've gone in the Aurora and kind of cut that down. And there's one of the problems with the sea moth. Is the pop-in because it moves so fast. But it's an early access game, some of these things are to be expected. I'm sure they'll get most of it sorted out by official release. I gotta remember where my nearest kelp forest is. It should be right over this way. There it is. So this guy we can go ahead and hop out of. Yeah, let's get one more. Forget that. Let's go and hop. Actually, before we jump back in, we're gonna repair it. I did not think it through when I built my first moon pool in what I thought was a super convenient location, except for the fact every time I come out of it, I hit the ground and damage my sea moth. So, not the best thing on my part, but also it's the first time I was playing. I really didn't know what to expect. Let's hit my fabricator, make some fiber mesh. Single bed, double bed. We'll probably do a double bed. We're gonna go ahead and put it in a nice little atrium. But you know what? Let's go ahead and build it right down here. This is a good spot. Boop. Ah, now I can finally sleep. Oh, good night's rest. Gotta get a stretch. We're gonna go ahead and take a battery from this, put it in, recharge our battery. So, one thing that's nice about this game is if you die, you don't have to worry about losing all your stuff. You will only lose any unsecured inventory. Now, I did have to read up on this. The way you secure inventory is by going back to a base or one of your ships. So that way you don't have to worry about losing everything that you find. So I think what we're going to do is actually go ahead and we're going to dock this guy. We're going to go just free with our Sea Glide.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Now we'll have to go for air every once in a while, but let's just see what we can find. So obviously we have our kelp forest. Good place to find creepvine, and these creepvine pods, which are used for lubricant, which is used in a lot of vehicles. These red grassy areas are typically where you'll find certain enemies called sand sharks, which are really nasty. Like various materials. These are like plateaus. There's a sand shark. We're gonna leave him be. There's a lot of them around here. What I like about the Sea Glide is you can see how it kind of gives you a three-dimensional depiction of what's around. Real quick, we're going to go back up to the surface. Get some more air, and we're going to dive back down. Whoa! And that, guys, is a reef back. Which normally I have a little bit more warning is going to be there. But that good old pop-in, these things are loud, cool, but again, terrifying. Everything in this game is terrifying. I don't know why I keep playing it, honestly, except it's awesome. It's super fun. Let that load in. Like I said, it's got some bugs. This is what we call a mushroom forest, which are just really cool to swim through. They're really cool at night. They glow. They're so cool. We're getting pretty low down, guys, so we're gonna go for air again. So how far out are we is the question. We're good, about getting close to 1,000 meters away. Jump out of the water. Yep, there's a little bit of glitching going on. Let's move over this way. So what's cool is at any time, as long as I have the materials on me, I could go ahead and build a habitat out here. I could build another spot to go ahead and kind of have another base of operations. There's a crashed life pod. So I could have another mini home away from home. Something that I need to get out, branch out and do, because sometimes it's... You've seen it's taken us a little while to get out here, quite a few stops for air. It'd be nice to have another base out this way since we're pretty far from home. looks like we have a little bit of a shelf here. It's going to take us deeper. We're down below 200 meters, guys. You can go to any depth unassisted. Your vehicles have a crush depth. So, let's see. See what I mean? Depths. Terrifying. I'm hearing noises. I don't know where they're coming from. Oh shit! Oh.
Detecting multiple Leviathan class life forms in
Leviathan
the
class?
region. Are you certain whatever you're doing is worth it?
What the hell is Leviathan class?
30 seconds.
What the hell is that? Oh shit. Uh-oh. Well guys, we don't have any air. Probably not gonna make it to the surface with it. Let's try.
Oxygen.
I'm going. Oh, we're fading, guys. We're dead. We're not gonna make it. Ah. Well, I guess we don't get to see what Leviathan class entity is. So guys, well, that's been our quick look of Subnautica. Like I said, I'm really loving this game. I can't wait to play it some more. If you like, go ahead and leave a comment. If you want me to do some more episodes, get a look around a little bit more. I can always pick up and do another quick look once I get a little bit further if you guys would like. Go ahead and like, subscribe. Carrie and I are still doing our Let's Play of Secret of Mana. I've got Bloodborne going on right now. She's been playing through Final Fantasy X. It's going to be good times, guys. We love making these videos for you. We hope you enjoy watching them. But on that note, guys, this has been Subnautica on Xbox One game preview. I hope you like it. I hope it interests you in checking out this game. It's totally worth every penny. I think it's only like 20 bucks on Xbox if you have one, so pick it up. But otherwise, guys, you guys have a great evening, and we'll talk again.